Question.
Right. So you took over for James Kaufman when he left, right?
Most certainly.
Yeah.
He decided it was that time of his life where he had to go ahead and make a move for his health reasons.
And
So
he was, you said earlier that he was pretty devastated about Stormy.
he was devastated about the loss of his horse and overwhelmed by the immensity of the loss of his, he lost all of his personal property at home. The stables were a big mess. And I think the main thing was also the uncertainty. Nobody really knew what was going to happen after the storm either. Okay.
You said that on the one hand, business has been great, and on the other, you're worried about the natural environment down here and the trees.
Exactly. I mean, we've lost a lot of the canopy, a lot of the old oak trees, a lot of the indigenous plants that were here with that storm surge. The salt water basically wiped out their root systems somewhat. And so we're having to reevaluate just the aesthetics of our environment. It's beautiful green here year round. Now it's not so green.
Right.
So it's kind of a big change for those of us that live here all the time.
And as a marine biologist, you're very concerned with the water temperature?
Water temperature is extreme, and it's not something normal for this time of year. And right now we're at 92-degree beach water temperature. And I also do some monitoring of the day and do plankton sampling, and we're seeing some dramatic shifts in plankton.
Which way?
Plankton
Up or-
species. It's having to do with the population types. The zooplankton and the phytoplankton and the percentage of that. Saw a great loss of zoea, or the larval blue crab. So we're not seeing the bloom like we used to. And tremendous amounts of jellyfish. Very high jellyfish counts.
You were saying earlier that there'd been a huge boom in the amount of people here.
This summer has been tremendous for the island. There have been a lot of people visiting, quite a few people from Houston, of course. The beaches have been packed, the Strand area, even though it's still almost 50% vacant. Not all the businesses are back, but then a big chunk of the Strand is back, so it's like 50-50, and yet there's still large numbers of people coming down and supporting the economics of the island, which seems very positive to me. They're riding horse-drawn carriages.